You've heard her name, Marie Antoinette. The hair, the gowns, the scandal, but there's a side of her story you've never been told. Tonight, we pull back the velvet curtain and uncover the truth behind one of history's most misunderstood figures. Our story begins in Vienna, where Maria Antonia was born into the powerful Habsburg dynasty. Groomed from childhood to be a political pawn, she was sent to France as a teenager, her identity already defined by her origins, her accent, her manners. Everything marked her as an outsider at Versailles. She became a living symbol of an unpopular alliance, resented before she even arrived. In France, she was never allowed to forget she was l'Autrichienne, the Austrian woman. At 14, Marie Antoinette was stripped of her Austrian identity in a ritual at the border. Her clothes, her name, even her beloved dog taken away. Redressed in French fashion, she entered Versailles as a stranger, surrounded by spies instead of friends. The transformation was brutal, leaving her isolated and vulnerable. She was expected to embody French ideals, but was never truly accepted. From the start, she was a teenager alone in a hostile court. As queen, Marie Antoinette was blamed for France's financial ruin. Madame Déficit, they called her. But her spending was minor compared to generations of royal excess and costly wars. The infamous "let them eat cake" line, she never said it. It was revolutionary propaganda. She became the perfect scapegoat for a nation in crisis. Beneath the surface, Marie Antoinette's heart belonged to Axel von Fersen, a Swedish count. Their secret letters, censored for centuries, were recently decoded using modern science. Words like "beloved" and "madly" revealed a passionate love affair. Their connection was real, hidden in plain sight. Even in chaos, she found solace in forbidden love. Away from the court, Marie Antoinette found peace in music and motherhood. She played the harp, cherished her children, and broke royal tradition by being a hands-on mother. Portraits show her as a loving parent, not the cold caricature of propaganda. Her greatest solace was in family and art, not the throne. To escape court life, she retreated to the Petit Trianon and created the Queen's Hamlet, a fantasy village where she played at being a shepherdess. Critics saw it as proof of her detachment, but for her, it was a desperate grasp at normalcy. Here, she shed royal constraints for fleeting moments of freedom. The Hamlet was her sanctuary as the world outside grew more dangerous. It was an escape, not an insult. As revolution consumed France, Marie Antoinette refused to abandon her family. Imprisoned, she endured the loss of her husband and children. At her sham trial, she faced false accusations with dignity. On the way to the guillotine, she apologized for stepping on her executioner's foot, her final words, a quiet act of grace. Stripped of everything, she met her end with courage. Her dignity remained, even as her world collapsed. So, who was Marie Antoinette? Villain, victim, or something more? We've seen the child, the queen, the mother, the lover. The myth of Madame Déficit fades, replaced by a complex, tragic woman. History is rarely simple. Heroes and villains are often the same person. The final verdict is ours to decide. Marie Antoinette's story reminds us to look beyond the myth and seek the truth.